What's up guys, it's Uchiha here, back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Was Nature? And yeah guys, it's an unscripted movie as well. Now before continuing this, if you haven't then please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's begin with our story. Our story begins with Hagoromo and Hamura after 2 hours of defeating their mother. As both of them were standing, as their mother was sealed and a new planet was formed known as Moon by us. As Hamura asked his older brother, "What shall we do about the 10 tails? We are going to distribute it. I have a plan already. We are going to distribute its chakra and made new 9 forms." "You mean you're going to make new bijus?" "Yes, I wish to do so, brother. But I will nurture them myself." "I see. Then what about what is left of it?" "That's where you come in, brother. You will keep it guarded so that no one that is ever born can get access to it." "But how can we be so sure that they will get access to it?" "I mean, the people beside us don't have chakra." As there was a moment of silence, as Amura's eyes were, "You surely didn't mean that you are planning to give chakra to these people, right?" "That's what I'm thinking about." "Why, Amura? Is this troubling you?" he asked. "Yes. Can't you see? They were causing war before chakra. What if they get their hands on it? They will cause even more war. We have to try, brother. We have to try and make people see their mistakes so that with the help of chakra they can understand each other and there will be peace. I'm sure of it." As Hamura sighed, "Well, there is no stopping you once you made your mind." "I agree with you, brother. I'm not going to stand in your way on this one. But what is the way of doing this, and how are you going to achieve this feat? I mean, you can't just go and give chakra to people like this." That is what I need to think about. I need a plan. Or do I?" As something clicked inside Hamura's mind, as he clapped his hands together, his Rinnegan blared to life. Rinne rebirth. Creation of life of nature. As there was a bright glow, as from the ground above, a tree sprouted. As the tree in midsection grew up into a flower, as within that flower was a baby with blonde hair and blue eyes. As Hamura guessed, "What is this, brother?" "This, my brother, is a child born from chakra and nature." You're planning to distribute chakra through nature?" "Yes, that is the only way. People can absorb chakra and chakra coils can be formed within them. That is the only way I think of possibly delivering chakra to the whole population of this world." It might work out. But what does this kid play character in? What's his role?" "He will look out for the nature. That is what his role is. And his siblings as well." "Siblings? You mean the bijus?" "Yes. Bijus can recreate back in nature if they are killed. And we have to make sure that 10 tails cannot be reformed. Now, even nature has its own persona. And we can use nature's power by entering a mode that I will create." As we have a time skip here, Amura went with the 10-tail husk as the 9 bijus were created on the moon to guard the 10-tails husk and act as their mother's prisoner and warden. As we go to the earth, we see Hagoromo as he was cradling baby Naruto in his arms, as he has already decided his name upon, as the 9 bijus that were standing in their chibi form in front of the sage of the sixth path asked, "Father, who is this child?" "This my son and daughter is your sibling. His name is Naruto." "That is what I decided upon." "Fish cake." "No, actually it means maelstrom. But don't take him lightly. He may look like humans, but he's different. He's nature itself," Kurama said as everyone looked at it, as Gyuki then confirmed, "Yes, Kurama is right. I felt calm and peace from him. His aura is calm and peaceful." As Matatabe purred, "Yes, it is." As Hagoromo chuckled, "Yes, he is nature itself, nature and chakra combined." You mean like a deity? More or less, you can say that. Awesome, our little brother is powerful as well, said Shikaku. Yeah, there is no way I'm going to accept a little brother who is weak. As well, Hagoromo sighed. He was still quite, weirded out that Shikaku turned out like a cranky, hyperactive, sugar-rushed child. But he didn't mind that. He still loved them all equally because they were considerate and very, listenful from him. As even his two sons, which were biological sons by the way, as Asura and Indra met with Naruto from time to time and played with him. Naruto stayed with Hagoromo until the news finally dropped, as he was 12 years of age at the time. My sons and my other children, he said, as the Bijus, Hagoromo's two sons, Indra and Asura and Naruto were standing there. Yes, Dad? Naruto asked, as Indra and Asura were both protective of Naruto. I'm dying. What? What do you mean by that? Naruto asked. As then he closed his eyes and started to do something as his eyes widened, and there was a look of horror on his face. You really are. Your chakra is depleting at a rapid rate. At this point, you only have 1 year left. As everyone's eyes widened. Is there a way we can reverse it? Naruto asked his other older brothers, as Asura and Indra were deep in thought. I don't think of a way, Naruto. You must just have to find a way. That is the only way we can find a solution to this. As Hagoromo chuckled, there is no way. It is my own will to end like this. You will carry out my will, Asura, as Indra's eyes widened. What? What do you mean by that, John? Yes, Asura, I chose you as my successor of the Ninshu. Indra at this felt jealous. Very jealous because he was the older son, more mature, more of a prodigy than his youngest sibling, but he was jealous he was chosen instead of him. Father, please reconsider, said Asura. Yes, father, I think you should, Indra said. Asura was a little hurt by his words, but still agreed with his older brother. He should be the one who should be in charge, not him, because he was kind of a free-hearted guy, and as for Indra, he was the one who was more responsible out of the two. As Naruto then said, I think Asura should be a fine addition, Nisan. Indra looked at Naruto with quite rage in his eyes. Why do you think so, Naruto? Do you not see me as a fit character for this role? That is not what I meant by that, Nisan. It's just that he's kind-hearted. You're a little bit hard-headed, so yeah, I think that is the reason why I think that Asura Nichan will be the greatest addition to the father's role. As every Biju agreed, and so did Hagoromo, Indra became enraged and left. 2 months passed, and Hagoromo's health was depleting rapidly, and Indra was nowhere to be seen. He disconnected himself from his family and the clan that was formed by them. And soon, he was met by Zetsu, who was his teacher at a young age. You were right, Zetsu. They will never understand me. Yes, you should start a war and claim what's your right. Your birthright. I will do so, Indra said as his eyes blared Mangekyo Sharingan. And for the next 6 months to come, he trained hard. And seemingly time passed away, and Naruto and his siblings were having their casual meetings with their father, and other than that were fulfilling their duties. Naruto's duty was the most boring out of them all, and a little bit fun as well. The fun part was that he got to play with any kind of animal he wanted, and they all listened to him, as if he was their leader. And trees and as grass were in general his spies. He could spy on anyone, hear through trees, even at long distances. He was fun and nature itself. And even allowed Asura and some of the humans he could trust to use his power. He lended it to them, which soon to be recognized as the Sage Mode. And soon the time came when Hagoromo passed away. As everyone cried, but Indra was nowhere to be seen. After everyone left, Indra appeared. Suddenly, nighttime. with his Sharingan blaring to life. Tochan, you didn't seem to be having high thoughts about me becoming the leader, did you? I will destroy Asura and reclaim my position as the clan head and the heir to the Ninshu. You just sit back and watch. As he disappeared with a thunder cloud that he appeared with it. As next day, Indra appeared outside their clan compound with his Susanoo activated. As Asura was battling against his brother, still trying to convince him to stop this madness, but he wouldn't listen. As then, Naruto lended his strength to Asura, as the sage marking appears on his face as he formed a Shinju Senju statue, as a giant wooden Buddha statue appeared, and 1,000 fists were launched upon Indra, defeating him and Asura winning and becoming the more powerful out of the two, as Indra was now more vengeful and hateful of even Naruto and his younger brother, as he vowed he will have his vengeance upon them, both of them. And from then on, the history's greatest rivalry began between the Senju clan that was soon to be formed and the Uchiha clan. Time passed as Naruto and the rest of the Bijus, after the death of Agoromo, were disconnected with each other as they were too busy in their own sorrow as well as in their own duties. And soon the Bijus were starting to being captured hundreds of years later by one person and distributed to nations. Naruto became worried when he couldn't contact his siblings, as he heard through trees that they were being captured and only Kurama was left. On the night he went to visit him, Kurama was changed. Naruto was standing in front of him as Kurama growled, "Who are you, human? You have been very rude to my kind. Give me a good reason why should I tear you to bits." "Oh, come on, Kurama, you forgot about me? It's your sibling, Naruto." Naruto? It's been so long, brother. What are you doing here?" "Well, I was worried about you guys and I couldn't contact you. I tried so hard. But it didn't matter at the end, as I heard that they were being captured, and I sensed your chakra still outside lingering, so I went here. Yes, I've been trying to keep low at my best. I've been sitting here inside this cursed cave, just doing nothing. It's been boring as hell. How about this? I promise I visit you every day. It's been getting kinda lonely." "Same for me, brother. Same for me." As after having a heartful chat and laugh, Naruto left, and when he left, he didn't heard or sensed that a shinobi was listening in on their conversation. That shinobi was none other than Madara Uchiha. So this is where have you been hiding? Nine Tails, you will help me achieve my plans and goals. As he appeared in front of the Nine Tails, as the Nine Tails stopped and narrowed its eyes. "Who the hell are you, Ningen?" "Who, me? I'm the ghost of Uchiha, Madara Uchiha." And with that, the Mangekyo Sharingan flared to life and took control over the Nine Tails. As Naruto sensed a huge upwave of Kurama's chakra. As he was miles away, he started to dash towards Kurama, but when he appeared, it was on a destroyed mountain place, as there lay a person in the middle, and not only that, a person standing with which seemed like a wife, as she was emitting loving feelings for the man. What is going on? As then Naruto sensed the woman possessed Kurama's chakra. No, it can't be. "Tochan, I'm sorry, I failed to protect each and every one of my siblings. I will try to get them back the next chance I get, I promise." As then, a breeze blew by his ear as he heard a voice. "Don't. They have to learn that they could trust humans. Not everyone is Indra." As Naruto then said, "I understand, Tochan. I understand. I will just wait and give humanity a chance. If they don't understand your prophecy and the Bijus, I will destroy them with my own powers." As he didn't get an answer, but he did disappear for time to see and come. And time passed as the regime went from first Hokage to the second, and then to the third, as under his guidance were the three shinobis, who soon were going to be recognized by the world as legends, the legendary three Sanin. As the third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, was recognized by everyone as a professor because he has read every book inside Konoha, even the books written by the Sage of the Sixth Path himself, in which he mentioned about Bijus and a person known as Naruto, the one who is known as nature. As he told the tale of nature to his students, Naruto for one was passing by and listened in attentively. You see, Naruto was the name of nature itself. Huh. Wow. Who named nature like a fish cake? It means mealsrom, you baka, said Tsunade Senju, who was at the age of 8. As Naruto then laughed, with a chuckle. Wow. That girl is quite cranky for her age, and that boy is quite dumb. But he has no ill will. He's just lonely and want to be accepted. I guess I will lend him my strength when he needs it, but he will have to work hard to achieve the proper strength. As time went on, and because of Naruto's blessing on Jiraiya, Naruto was surprised when he saw Jiraiya able to achieve a sage mode and nature energy by absorbing it in his body with the help of toads. And the sad part was he wasn't able to complete it, but he was able to use it nonetheless. Naruto was happy, but he was sad that Jiraiya was just now being lazy and slacked off on his training, and he became a huge pervert, much to his dismay. And time went on, and Jiraiya and the other two Sanin grew up. As they grew up, they took under students. As for Orochimaru, he took in Anko Mitarashi, and as for, Jiraiya, he took in Minato way before Orochimaru, and Tsunade took in Kushina to be trained as their students and prodigies. And time went on, and they became their own legends. And suddenly, something bad happened. Tragedy struck. A masked person appeared as Naruto was watching over Konoha once again, because that is where the most nature resided nowadays, and that is where he roamed nowadays as well. As for the rest of the nature, people started to cause harm as per Indra's words and destroyed it. Mainly Iwagakure, Sunagakure. A little bit was on Kumogakure, so he visited there, and Kirigakure as well, but not as much as the Land of Fire possessed it, so that is why he resided there. Because of the density of nature. As Kyuubi's chakra once again flared to life, Naruto's eyes were Kurama, he's back. But once he appeared on the outside, he saw that the fourth Hokage and a red-haired woman, which he saw that were students of Tsunade and Jiraiya, were crying, as their plan had failed. Their baby boy had died. Naruto. Told you, Minato, it wouldn't work. You were being too hasty. As Minato was looking at the child's dead body with shock, sorrow, as Naruto appeared in front of them. What is going on? Who are you? Minato said. But then, Naruto emitted a calming aura as both him and his wife felt calm, as Gamabunta, who was battling against the Kyuubi, and the Kyuubi itself, who was now out of Genjutsu, calmed down, as the Kyuubi turned heads and saw the person standing there. Naruto. As both of the parents' eyes widened. Naruto? Oh, I'm sorry. I may look like you're newborn, but I'm not who you think I am. I am nature. As Minato's head started to turn, as he finally realized who was in front of him. You're Naruto, as in nature. The first child born from nature and chakra. You're the reason we have chakra. Yes. Please don't give me so much credit. It's kind of embarrassing, Naruto said as he rubbed the back of his head, and, there was a blush on his face. Out of embarrassment. But both Minato and Kushina were intrigued about two things. First, they were in front of a deity and nature itself, and the second part was that the resemblance that was with both of them, as if he had Kushina's face and Minato's blonde hair and blue eyes. As Kyuubi then said, Naruto, what are you doing here mingling with humans? Oh, it's just that I reside here in Land of Fire because there is most nature here, aside from the other villages. I usually visit them whenever I can, but this is where I usually reside. Why didn't you try to help us? Because a certain someone told me not to. It might give you a reason, you know what about. As Kurama nodded after his eyes widening and understood what he meant. It's useless. They wouldn't understand us no matter how hard we try. As Naruto then heard wailing from Kushina. My son, my baby boy. Please, please, Naruto-sama, can you do anything about him? I can, but one of you have to sacrifice your soul to Shinigami. In exchange, I will ask for him to do the favor. But isn't there any other way? There is, but you might not like it. What? I might have to fuse with your son's soul and become one with him. And be your son as well. Do you accept this? Yes. Yes, we do. As Kyuubi's eyes widened. Naruto, what are you doing? Kurama, would you honor me by, well, becoming my partner and join me on this journey? Kurama knew what Naruto meant. Naruto was becoming and emerging with the new dead child by getting his soul from Shinigami and becoming one with it again inside this body, and he wanted Kyuubi to be inside, locked again. But this time Naruto will be its Jinchuriki. Kurama nodded. Always, brother. You will always have my support and the rest of the pages. I will be honored by this. As Naruto then summoned Shinigami with a clap of his hand as the ground tore apart. As a Shinigami appeared. What do you want, Naruto? Oh, hey Shinigami. Buddy, I need a favor. As Shinigami groaned. What do you need? I have a duty to run. As his voice boomed and every human in the vicinity paused and felt chills run down their spine, even the Uchihas who were watching. Even the Zetsu who was watching in privacy as spy. As the Anbus and Shinobis appeared and saw that a person was standing before Shinigami, as Minato and Kushina were, well, with their son who looked like to be dead, as the Kyuubi was looking at the Shinigami itself. As then Naruto asked, oh come on, just please give me the kid's soul. Why? I promise that I'll get Kami out of your hair and take her out on a date. Really? Will you really do that? Yeah, I promise. As then there was a bright light and the beautiful woman appeared in front of them. Everyone and hugged Naruto, as Naruto's head was now between two breasts, as the perverts had a nosebleed as they passed out. As Kurama groaned, oh boy. Wow, our little sibling is really something else though, Chan. He even made Kami fall for himself. What the fuck? As Kami then said, what do you mean, Naruto-chan? You'll take me out on a date? I promise, but I have to live a life as this kid now because I'm merging with him. Really now? How about I merge with a little newborn girl as well, so we can be in love in the future? How can you be so sure? Oh, I am pretty much sure. You forgot who you're talking to. The people on the other side has their jaws dropped. As then Kami closed her eyes and searched for the perfect soul that matched her purity and just purity and love, and she found one in the Yuga mansion. The firstborn child between Hiyashi Yuga and Hitomi Yuga, Hinata Yuga. As Kami's soul then started to disappear. Meet you soon. As she disappeared. As Shinigami then said, finally! I can't believe you took out my bigger sister out of my hair. Damn, she was annoying and always bothering me and pranking the hell out of me. Now good luck, you asshole, and here's your reward. Shinigami said as he teared his own stomach and a soul came out as he handed it to Naruto. Oh come on, don't be like that, Shinny. You know you love me. Yeah, just get out of here. Get out of my hair. Shoo. I'm gonna go watch my movies and popcorn. Wait, what? What are those? You don't need to know. Now go. As Shinigami just went underground and disappeared. On the other side inside Yuga Mansion, a bright light emerged with Hinata as her once purple hair got more purplish and her white eyes got lavender look in them, and her skin, which was that of white, turned more paler, becoming the purest of the yugas ever to be existed. On to the other side, we go to the battlefield, where even the clan heads appeared, as they saw that a figure was standing in front of them. So, do you accept this once again? Because I have to ask you and your permission for the final time before I do this. Yes, please. We'll be honored, said both Minato and Kushina, as Naruto then glowed after closing his eyes, as he and the soul disappeared inside the child's body, as the child's body grew bright with white light. As then, baby Naruto started to wail and cry, and Minato prepared a simple 8 trigram seal, as QB just entered it without any hesitation. And everyone was surprised and wanted to know what occurred. So, after everything went down, Minato grabbed the child and went inside the council room, where Danzo was. So this child is the new Jinchuriki. Danzo, before you continue or say anything, you should be respectful for who this child is, said Hiruzen, as Hamura and Koharu wanted to know as well, as the Anbus were also being respectful and the Shinobis were as well. This child is the main reason why the QB stopped. As you saw, the QB was stopped mid-air and wasn't doing anything until it was suddenly disappeared. Yes, Okage-sama. Civilians were quite confused. What do you mean? This child is nature itself. Nature? Yes, not only he's our son, he's the one who rescued our son. Wait, what? It's quite confusing. As Shikaku then explained, what a drag. Minato, you're being confusing again. Just talk to them human-like and tell them what you saw. Okay, this went like this, okay? I'm going to go on a basic explanation here, Minato said as everyone nodded. So, deity appeared, which was named as Naruto, and he was the reason why we humans have chakra as general. So, once he appeared, he saw that we were in distress because our son was dead and his soul was deep within Shinigami. As everyone's eyes widened, then how come this child is... Unless, Danzo said. Yes, Danzo, you are correct. Naruto over here got our son's soul from Shinigami, and turns out they were friends. And not only that, he emerged with our son's soul as one. We were going to name him Naruto, but I guess that is what we're going to name him now. And we want you to respect him as much as you can. Why? Because even the Bijus listen to him and respect him. And if we do anything to harm him, his powers might be awakened. And not only that, he is nature itself. Think what will happen to us. As they felt chills run down their spine at the thought of enraging the nature. They have heard of the stories when nature showed its anger in the form of tsunamis, earthquakes, and as storms and lightning crashing on the houses of people as it engulfed them with fire, and they felt shiver run down their spines. Yes, we cannot stop it even with our chakra. And better yet, what if it tries to take our chakra away? As the civilians were quiet, we must respect this deity at all cost and protect its identity. Yes, its identity cannot be revealed to the populace. Otherwise, there might be a huge commotion and other villages might try as well to kidnap him and use him for their own gains. Even our ally, Suna, might try to kidnap him, said the civilians. And for the first time, even Shinobi Council was quite surprised at how maturity the civilian council was showing, as everyone agreed. And even Danzo was now fearing because what could happen if he enraged the nature itself. So, he decided that he will do what everyone else was doing and joined the band, protecting it. And time went on and Naruto grew to be a happy child. And people started to notice that the fruits and the other greenery within the Konoha village was getting more and more beautiful by the day. And they were happy. The councils were happy because they knew the reason. The deity was happy. And the other interesting fact was that the Inuzukas, which has animalistic instincts like other animals, were being close to Naruto. as they listened to him and were happy and just acted like animals who were in peace around him. Even Tsunmi did, and her Ninkans as well. As for other animals that resided within the vicinity of Konoha, they all came to visit Naruto whenever they could and play with him, and that is why Naruto was happy. Kiba was quite jealous about that how Akamaru liked Naruto more than him. Even Akamaru agreed with that, and Naruto just laughed, and he told Akamaru that Kiba was his partner, so he should respect him more than Naruto. Even though Akamaru reluctantly agreed, he still liked Naruto more. And time went on as everyone entered the academy. Naruto's moral was to never harm anyone, even his enemies. So, with his point of views and morals, many of the shinobis who were his teachers were worried, even his parents. Talking about Naruto's parents, they were blessed, happy, because Naruto was just a perfect child, more perfect than they could ever imagine. Perfect blend of Kushina and Minato. Whenever it requires, he would prank harmless pranks on people, and whenever it requires, he would act as a prodigy and a genius. He was friends with many of the older generation as well, such as Itachi, Hana, Anko, as well as some other shinobis as well. Naruto even gave quite prankish ideas to the IT department head, Ibiki Morino, which was quite funny at the time, as even Ibiki, being the saddest, loved this idea, which were tickling the person under the feet and under the armpits until they revealed the secret without torturing them. It was a form of torture that was more kind of painful because a person would just die of laughter. And Naruto thought that it was more peaceful other than bloodshed. On the other side, other Bijus also felt that Naruto had emerged with Kurama, as Naruto, with the help of Kurama, were able to create a link between the other Jinchurikis and himself and Bijus, and regain his memories at the age of 12 in a fateful night in his sleep, as he appeared in his mindscape. Kurama, it was successful, wasn't it? Naruto, you're finally awakened, I see. Yeah, I guess I am, but I'm still merged with a kid. And to be honest, I'm quite happy that I had such happy family. What do you mean? Were you not happy with us? Kurama said, a little bit hurt. Naruto said, no, it's just that we fell apart after Dad died. I mean, Asura and Indra and fought to each other and are still fighting in their reincarnation states. And as for you all are fighting and bickering with each other and decided to split finally after father's death. I was quite worried and sad after that. I didn't try to contact you because I thought that you should resolve your matters, and after that I should be able to meet you. That is what I vowed, but I broke in my own promise because I saw that it wasn't going nowhere. I tried to contact you, but it was already too late. The other Bijus were captured and given to the other villages. And when I found you and met you, the next day you were captured. I'm so sorry, Kurama. It's alright, little brother. It's alright. Naruto broke the cage with his one hand thrust and freed Kurama as he hugged Kurama on the face as Kurama closed his eyes and hugged his little brother. It's just that I miss my family. Even though these people are my family as well now, you were my family before them. You were much more closer to me than them. I still love them, and you as well. But you all are much closer to me. You were with me from the time I was born. They became my family recently. But I respect you all equally. That is why we all love you, Gaki. Yeah, me too. Oh boy. Naruto then suddenly realized something. What happened to Kami? Oh boy, she's going to kill me because I haven't known which girl she transformed into. You don't have to worry about that, said a woman's voice as Naruto turned around and saw Hinata Hyugai's classmate standing there. Hinata-chan, what are you doing here? Naruto asked in his usual childish behavior. Oh Naruto, come on, stop trying to fool me. I have awakened as well when I saw that you were awakening. Kami? Yes, who else? I am Hinata. Wow, I didn't knew. As then the three of them talked, and Naruto was trying to get away from Kami's grasp, but now it was quite difficult because Hinata was a perfect jukenist, and not only that, proficient in using her Byakugan as well. So she disabled Naruto from both arms and legs so that he couldn't move and glomped him into a hug. Kyubi was sad and praying for his poor little soul because he didn't want to enrage Kami herself. And the next day came, and Naruto woke up with dark circles under his eyes, even though he was sleeping peacefully on the outside. But in his mindscape, he was listening to the story of Kami, known as Hinata now. As Naruto woke up, oh boy, I'm going to have a headache now. How am I going to face her? Well, it's not my problem, kid. You gotta do this on your own. And I'm proud of you that you finally found yourself a vixen like that. And a powerful one as well. Time went on and Naruto went to his academy last day. It was their graduation day. And Naruto passed his test with ace, and so did Hinata. But everyone was surprised when they saw that Hinata was glomping Naruto's arm, and Naruto was sitting with Hinata with a huge blush on his face, as Hinata was being more open up about this. But Ino was being bugged about this, and so was Sakura. Hey, Hinata, how come you're with Naruto, and why not Sasuke-kun? Shut up, you bitches. I have chosen my man. If you ever try to compare this hunk of a man with that boy toy of yours, I'll destroy him and you too as well. At this, Sasuke grew a tick mark, and so did Hinata and Sakura. The three of them were enraged by her thoughts. As Sasuke then said, I'll see that if the dope is more stronger than me. Naruto and every other class member, aside from the fangirls, deadpanned. Like, seriously? He has beaten your ass like every time you ever fought since the academy began. As Sasuke grew another tick mark. Dope, fight me! As Naruto got his prank side on. Yes, I will. Stop acting like me, Dope. I will whenever I can, Naruto said in same emo voice as Sasuke, trying to copy him. Sasuke grew another tick mark, and Naruto then said, You wanna go, huh? Let's go. Sasuke activated his Sharingan, which was one Tomo, which was quite powerful of him. You see this, Dope? With the help of my Nisan and Tochan, I was able to achieve it. Huh, Itachi helped you. Be respectful, Dope, he's my older brother. And he's my friend, you dipshit. Naruto said, Oh boy, I used a curse word. It feels nice for once and a new change. Wow. Naruto using curse words. That's what I never thought I would hear you using. Oh come on, Kurama. I'm joined with this mortal soul. What can you expect? And this soul turns me into a prankster and wanted me to cause troubles. So that is what I do. Sometimes, actually. Yeah, you're not boring anymore, Naruto. Congratulations. No, end this twerp. As Naruto disappeared and appeared behind Sasuke, and just with one finger, Sasuke was unconscious because Naruto didn't want to harm him as his powers has awakened with full force. Naruto then clapped her hands. That's what you get, you bitch. As Naruto said, Come on, Hinata-chan, don't use curse words. I mean, you know who you are, princess and all that. Naruto said in code words, referring to that Hinata was Kami herself and she was using bad phrases. But she said, I can do whatever I want. I'm the princess after all. As Hinata and Ino started to fight at this because Ino was princess of Yamanaka clan, even though Yuga clan was more proficient and noble than Yamanaka's, and Sakura joined the band as well, but both were surprised with each Yuken strike. Both were knocked out as Hinata stood there, cleaning the dust out of her hands as the couple, which was known by people now as the power couple, walked out. As their sensei came in, Oh sensei, we'll be taking our leave today, but today was the team placement. Oh goody, Naruto come back. And Naruto sighed. What am I gonna do about this? As the team placement finally came, and everything was in canon. After the teams were revealed, Hinata was biting a handkerchief by clenching it with her teeth and shoving both hands downwards. Why did you do this, God? Oh wait, I am God. What the fuck is wrong with me? Then again, what the fuck is wrong with Naruto's father and my father-in-law? As Naruto was thinking, oh boy, Dad, Congratulations, you just screwed your own son's fate alongside with yours. I pray that Hinata-chan go easy on you, because she isn't going to go easy on me. As Naruto turned around and saw Hinata glaring at him, as if accusing him, as Naruto shook his head, indicating that he had nothing to do with it, but it was already too late. As Naruto then said, I had to get out of here. Kid, that window. Dash as fast as you can when the class is over. Now, I'll see you guys tomorrow. As Naruto with that said, didn't even wait for the bell to ring as he dashed out of the window and disappeared in the vicinity, as Hinata had a dark aura around herself, as everyone looked at her after getting out of stupidity from Naruto. Naruto-kun, come back here. It's time for your punishment. As chills ran down everyone's spines as Hinata started to walk out of the classroom. I'll be leaving, Sensei. I have to take care of my honey buns personally. As after Hinata left, Iruka's knees were shaking. Now class, you are all dismissed. As everyone left, Iruka's legs gave out as he fell down. What the hell what's wrong with that girl? I thought Hinata was quite shy and innocent, but I saw a demon within her. Oh boy. Rest in peace, Naruto. You will always be remembered. You were my best student, he thought. After giving a prayer, onto the other side, Naruto's scream was heard. And after half an hour, we see Naruto with one black eye and a lipstick mark on a cheek walking back to the village, as if Naruto has made up with Hinata. As Naruto was thinking, why the hell is this stuff happened to me? You are troublesome, Naruto. That is why it happens. As the whole Nara clan sneezed. And from then on, the next day, Naruto with his teams met with their senseis. Naruto was surprised to meet that his Kakashi Nisan was his sensei. And they went on some D-Rag missions as well, which was quite adventurous and funny as well. Because Sasuke and Sakura were the only ones getting scratched their eyes out. And Naruto was quite surprised when Tora appeared in his hands, which was even more shocking for Kakashi was glaring daggers at the cat, because it was acting suspiciously nice towards Naruto. But then again, he knew who Naruto's true identity was, and he wasn't surprised. And time went on, and soon the C-Rank mission came, and Naruto was able to capture, during the mission, the Demon Brothers with ease by dispelling their genjutsu as they were hugging each other and laughing like schoolgirls as if their plan was successful. But Naruto appeared before them and knocked them out with a neck chop. And when they woke up, they were inside Konoha's IT department. Poor souls. As they went on, they encountered Zabuza as well. Naruto captured his sword mid-air and threw it back by thrusting it and rotating it and with much more force towards Zabuza. Zabuza was quite surprised, but unfortunately his arm was cut off with such pressure. Naruto then said, oops, I guess I should heal him. Why though, Naruto? It shouldn't bother you. You make me sound like I'm a maniac, Kurama. What is wrong with you? You're still a human, and you know, it's my nature that I can't harm anyone. Wow, nature has its own nature. Mine fucking tastic. Stop swearing all the time. You're corrupting me. I'm gonna tell Tochan. Yeah, you wish. You have to go to afterlife. And unfortunately for you and us, we can't do that. No matter how hard we try, we will just reform. And you can't just die. You'll just regrow back. As Naruto then said, wow, immortality is really a curse, not a blessing. And I can't believe that Orochimaru wanted to achieve that. His poor soul is lost within his own darkness. I can sense same darkness within Sasuke. After getting out of his stupor, when he heard a call from his sensei, Naruto saw, what is it, Kakashi sensei? That was quite awesome. And Zabuza looks out cold. Just go and capture him by tying him up. Naruto went and did so, but two needles were thrusted at his way. Naruto caught one with his teeth and the other one within his two fingers. As a hunter nin appeared and asked, I will take care of Zabuza from here. I'm a Kiri hunter nin. As Naruto then said, I can tell you are lying. As a battle was engaged between him and Haku, as Naruto was able to detect that person wanted to protect Zabuza, and Naruto rendered him unconscious with his great speed and agility that he achieved, and which was quite infuriating for Sasuke and Sakura as well, but for Kakashi he was impressed, and he had to let pass Sasuke and Sakura because of the council, and because the council wanted them to be joined with Naruto because they thought that both of them could learn a thing or two from Naruto as well as be in good graces of Naruto. But Naruto saw them that they were filled with hatred and darkness and greed, so he didn't want anything to do with them. And Kakashi saw that as well. And after finding out from Zabuza from two attacks that Gato was behind all of them, Naruto asked Aku where Gato was, and he will let both of them go. With a promise, Haku gave up the Gato's base, as Naruto then rendered him unconscious again and went on to capture Gato and deliver it to the people. Even Naruto said, "You couldn't be saved, you are such corrupted soul," and took chakra away with the help of his power from every shinobi and swordsman there, which in return weakened them to a greater extent. They couldn't even wield the sword anymore, which was made out of chakra blade, and freed every woman and child that was kept as a slave, and returned them to the land of Wave alongside the money that was stolen from them. Gato was executed by the people, and Naruto thought it was justful because what he did to the people there. And when they returned, they were known as regarded as heroes, and then Naruto freed Haku and Zabuza after reattaching and making Zabuza arm work again, which was quite surprising and miraculous for both of them. Both of them vowed that they would return Naruto's favor, and Naruto gave them a parting gift, 100,000 yen that he stole from Gato. "Here, you can take this. I'm sorry for your compensation," as Zabuza's eyes widened. "That is more than enough, Gaki. It will keep us not going for about 1 or 2 years because Gato was paying us 20,000 Ryu. You gave us 100,000. It is more than enough." "Thank you," Haku said, as Naruto just chuckled, as everyone left and went their own way, as Naruto and his team was regarded a hero of Land of Waves. As when they returned, their story had reached already Konoha because of Kakashi's Ninkens, as they delivered their mission report beforehand, and everyone was quite surprised when they heard of Sakura and Sasuke's role. They did nothing but whine and yell at Naruto and their sensei, which in return infuriated both Itachi and Fugaku to no end, as well as Sakura's mother, Mabuki Haruno, because they were quite, embarrassed by their kids. And not only that, Naruto hated them to no extent, which was quite bad because he was nature, and they didn't want nature to hate and turn on their childs, so they had to correct both of them. And they, with the help of permission of Minato and Kushina, were able to tell the next generation who Naruto truly was and what was regarding the matter of his birth. And Hinata confirmed that. When asked how, she showed her true powers, as Hinata was engulfed by bright light, as a purple aura was revolving around her, and she had white robes and black hand gloves and feet, and a golden crown on her head, which quite shocked both of her parents and her younger sibling, and her cousin who hated her to no end. "I am Kami herself. And this child was pure, that is why I have merged with him. I have woken up at the same time as my Naruto-kun did." And now everyone understood in the new generation why Naruto and Hinata were so powerful. One was nature itself, the other was Kami. When Ino and Sakura found out who were they fighting against, they then lost all hope and thought that how foolish they were. And during those times, Naruto at the night was resting and talking to his siblings when he heard news from Shikaku. "Hey Naruto." "Yeah, what is it, Shikaku? Have you heard about Akatsuki?" "Yes," Yuki said. "I heard as well, as every Biju confirmed this, except from Chaume and Fu." "You didn't hear about this, Fu-san?" "No, I didn't." "You as well, Chaume?" "No." "Why, Naruto? Is it something we should worry about?" "Well, turns out that Jiraiya-sensei returned, and he informed that Akatsuki is planning on doing something big with the Bijus, so they are going to come after all of you, and me as well. So how about we prepare a little plan? They have to go in order, so first they're going to go after Gaara." "I see," Gaara said. In front of the population of Sunagakure, Gaara acted like a maniac, and Shikaku helped him because they wanted to keep a fake it. But the reality was that every Biju and their Jinchuriki was at peace and were perfect Jinchurikis. But to keep it hidden, Naruto told them to act as they were before they met him. And that is why they acted like that. Gaara being the psychopath and rest of them as in general as they were. For Fu, who was training with the other Jinchurikis as well in the mindscape and practicing when she woke up in physical world, she was already becoming an S-rank Konoichi in her own right. Without the help of the village, it was more than enough to protect her. She hated her village to no end. But she stayed there because of the leader who was her brother figure. That is the reason why she stayed. And time went on and finally Akatsuki struck. And when Gaara and Shikaku were in trouble, every other Jinchuriki, aside from their leader's order, went there. Even Naruto went there and protected him. And same could be said for other Jinchurikis. And one by one, the Akatsuki number fell down until Pain, his spots, Zetsu, Konan, and Toby remained. Every other shinobi was captured and turned to its village. And when Naruto helped Iwagakure's Jinchuriki, well, let's just say Tsuchikage and Kurotsuchi had different reactions. Kurotsuchi blushed and hated Naruto at the same time for what he did. But once it was revealed that Naruto was nature, they didn't do anything. And were worried that even the nature favored Nomikazes, but Naruto told them why he helped them out. Their kid was already dead and he merged with him. After hearing his story, some cried, mainly the women, even if the Yellow Flash was their enemy, and even if their death was the cause, both of them were the cause of so much death. They knew how a mother felt at the loss of their child when he was born. As Oniki then said, but what should we do about our hatred? As then Hinata appeared in the bright light in her new clothing. Oh, everyone meet Kami and my girlfriend Hinata. Hello everyone, as everyone's jaws dropped, as Kurotsuchi felt sad, because she was too attracted towards Naruto. Hinata saw this and said, I'll allow this. She looked at Kurotsuchi, who blushed and eyes widened. What do you mean, Hinata-chan? Naruto asked with confusion written all over his face, and he sensed emotions coming from Kurotsuchi. Before he could say anything, Kurotsuchi lumped him into a hug. She allowed it, so yeah, I'm not going to fall behind. I love you as well. It was kind of a love at first sight, as Naruto blushed as well, as Hinata then said, but I'm still your first choice, and the head of Namikaze and Uzumaki clan, as everyone's jaws dropped. And then Oniki requested, Kami-sama, can you give back the soul of my grandson? Can I meet him once more? Better yet, with a snap of her finger, Shinigami appeared, who had a newspaper in his hand as everyone gulped. Oh boy, what do you want now, sis? Shini, I want every one of the souls who died from Iwagakure delivered back. Nani? Are you out of your mind? Some of them were so corrupted that I sent them direct towards hell and they're being tortured there, the good ones. Fine. I'll give them back. And Shinigami returned back the souls and then whined about how she just went against their own rules. Hey, I made the rules. Yeah, I get it. I'm returning, Nesan, so don't bother me. As Shinigami finally returned to watch his new seasons of an opera soap that he loved so much. As on the outside world, everyone had a sweat drop moment. So it confirmed that Kami and nature were in front of them, and suddenly everyone who died, their loved ones, was reunited with their families, and everyone, even the Tsuchikage who met his grandson with tears in their eyes, and a heartful reunion later, thanked Naruto and vowed that if they ever needed help, they will join themselves and even allied themselves with Konoha, as did everyone else. As for Kirigakure, Yagura's regime was over, and Isubu was freed from him, because Naruto saw that Isubu and Yagura was being controlled. That is why I couldn't contact them, aside from other Jinchurikis. And that is why Yagura died at the hands of none other than Maid Tsurumi, and Isubu was freed. And Naruto sealed him within himself again, and two Bijus round resided inside of him. When Kirigakure demanded their Biju back, Naruto said it wasn't his property, and revealed his true nature. And even Isubu confirmed by talking for the first time to the humans, as they finally understood what was going on and why their leader was corrupted. On the other side, the Akatsuki was enraged with their loss of members and decided to launch an all-out attack on Konoha. Naruto heard the distressed feelings coming from Konoha and dashed there and saw the village was about to be destroyed, but he thrusted a sword inside pain that was flying in the air as Naruto too floated in the air. As Kami appeared in front of Konan, "You dare challenge me, mortal?" And with a snap of her fingers, Konan's powers were lost. I can't use chakra anymore. Who are you?" As then, Hinata's spear and a lightning blade appeared in her hand. "I am Kami herself. You enraged my beloved and me. You challenged our home, now face our wrath." Obito feared as everyone else, and they were destroyed within mere seconds as everyone fell to the ground. As Konoha cheered as they were stopped from a great catastrophe, and were surprised when every one of the villages wanted to form an alliance with them, and they accepted as the Five-Nation Alliance was constructed, and Naruto fulfilling his duties and finally married his beloved Kami, girlfriend, and not only that, Akatsuki as well, his mortal wife, who he turned immortal so that she could live with them as well. And time went on and on until his loved ones passed away and he left the village. Even though the villagers hated him leaving, and so did everyone else, because even the newer generation believed that he was still fit to lead their village. But Naruto said his promise was fulfilled with his parents, and he still visited once in a while to their graves, and his senses graves and his friends as well, because time has passed so much. No one ever tried to control Bijus, because once the Jinchurikis died, they were free to roam around the world as per the nature's order, and so did Kami's order. On the other side, Naruto with his family such as Himawari, Boruto, and Kensuchi lived happily on Heaven's realm, watching over humans as they were now peaceful and much more prosperous than before. As Naruto looked at the spirit of his Didi, "Didi, we were able to achieve your dream. I hope you're happy." And Indra and Asura, well, I hope their spirits are able to resolve their matters, as both of them were bickering inside a white box that Naruto created without any chakra so that they could end their feud. And after spending millions of years there, they finally ended it. And Indra was quite still sorrowful for what he did, and Naruto happily hugged him and said he forgave him, and so did the Bijus. And the whole world was at peace and reunited with one another with the help of chakra and nature and love. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing out. Peace.